what's up, everybody? Big Hurt 916, and you tuned in to another edition of my vlog. I want to say thank you for sharing the channel, for subscribing. Thanks for all the positive comments. You know I'm all about that positivity and that motivation. And today I want to talk about one of the comments I read on a video, man. It kind of made me laugh, but I figured I'd share it with you guys. Somebody said, Big Hurt, all you do is talk about money and business and success. I'm going to unsubscribe from your channel because you sound very materialistic. And I found that kind of funny, man. You know, people don't want you to change. People want you to stay the same. If they're broke, they want you to stay broke. If you're not getting no money, they don't want you to get no money. If you talk about getting money, that means that you're trying to be better than them. And when you're getting money, you must be evil. And what I don't understand is that if you are successful in life, if you are accomplishing your goals, you're working to become a better person, you will, as a result, have financial blessings. That comes with the territory. So if you're successful, naturally, you'll most likely be blessed financially. I've never really seen anybody that's successful that's poor. I mean, if there is somebody out there that you consider successful that's poor, you know, I'd be more than happy to leave a comment. But, you know, the byproduct of success is being able to have financial benefits, to take care of your family, to be healthy, to travel, to help people who are less fortunate. You know, these are all the byproducts of success. And I never wanted anything else in life. I mean, this is what this channel is about. It's about being successful, pushing your mental limits, your spiritual limits, your physical limits. And if, you know, you're not happy with the topics on this channel and you don't want to change, and you think keeping it real is talking about a bunch of tough guy stuff and, you know, bragging about what you're going to do to somebody else, and, you know, unsubscribe. You know, I don't need you on the channel. We don't need your comments. You know, we don't need your feedback. And, you know, my goal is to reach the highest level I can. And if I enjoy buying nice things for myself or for my wife or traveling, then I'm going to do it. You know, I'm not going to, you know, just because the next man doesn't want to leave the projects or leave the block or doesn't want to spend X amount of dollars on an automobile, you know, I'm not gonna follow in their footsteps, and, you know, I'm not gonna knock them. Hey, you know, everybody has their own lane, you know, and some people, if their lane is being complacent and kind of just surviving, then hey, so be it. You know, I'm not knocking you, man. We don't need to hang out, you know. And for those who say a lot of negative stuff, I don't need to hang out with you either. I mean, if you have the energy to leave a comment that's not positive, then I can tell you your life is miserable, because I've never felt the urge to comment on a video and say something counterproductive. So, you know, those people, you don't need them in your life. And as soon as you hear a person who claims to be your friend knocking, you know, your hustle, trying to put you down, trying to persuade you not to do something that's going to better yourself, then you need to get rid of them, man. You know, plain and simple. And I'm going to tell you, some of the biggest culprits of this is your family. Your family will be the first to tell you you can't do something, you shouldn't do something, you know, you're living above your means, you know, while they walk around with ashy feet, you know, bad health, and yet when you get the money, everybody wants to borrow from you. So you got to really pay attention to them first and foremost. The people you have around you that are giving you this negative energy. Pay attention to them first and foremost, and then from there, follow the money trail, man. Put yourself around people who are doing better than you, people who you know have achieved a certain level of success, and pick their brain. Ask them as many questions as possible. How they get this, how they get that, how they make their first million. What were the steps they took to expand their business, how they build their brand. These are things you want to ask people who are successful. But a broke person, unless they're talking about what they used to have and they're trying to get it again, I wouldn't take no advice from them. People have made fortunes and lost fortunes, and if they're still trying to acquire another fortune, then hey, I'm all ears. But for somebody who just said, hey, I'm giving up on life, I don't need that stuff, it's not for me, then you're not for me. We don't need to hang out. Go find you somebody else who thinks like you, who has a broke mentality, and together you guys could be miserable and happy together. But those people, they're not for this channel. And I strive to share knowledge and just reflect on what I used to think about when I was in the pen around just so much darkness and so much negativity. And I promised myself when I got out, I would always look back at those low points in my life to be grateful for what I have now and where I am now. And that's where I draw a lot of my strength from. Some days you feel like it might be harder than others. You're kind of maybe banging your head against the wall with ideas, and maybe you don't have that fortunate family member who's going to bless you with that that trust or that loan or that gift, and you got to really build it from scratch. But if you're persistent and your ideas are consistent, you'll eventually get there. And that's how I look at it. I just keep pushing, and I know I have a vision in my mind, and I just keep going after it. But I really kind of laugh at the naysayers and people who want to embrace being poor or struggling or being broke. So un-American. So un-American. I just gotta laugh to myself because I don't want to embrace that stuff. I'm not embracing it. Never did, never will. I was always out the box, and I was always a person who wanted to elevate and go above and beyond my surroundings. And that's one of the reasons why I bumped head with a lot of my family members, is because they had limitations and I had none. I always dreamed big. I never want to follow in the footsteps of somebody who didn't have the same goals or vision I did, because how could they help me? If they don't have the drive, then how are they gonna push me in my drive? So yeah, man, life is funny, and reading these comments, it puts a smile on my face, because I know I'm going in the right direction, and I know that a lot of people are benefiting from these vlogs. The energy out there is very strong, very positive, and it goes along with not only having financial success, but having spiritual success, where you're giving off positive energy, you're elevating others around you, and you're also being healthy, man. You're taking care of your body, and you're feeding it the proper nutrients. That's why I keep this whole thing full circle. Big Herc, the life coach, the mentor, online coaching, and then we got the resistance responsive workout book, and You know, coming soon, the wig splitter workout. So, you know, the hustle's full circle, man, and it's not going to stop. Merchandise is with that, and there's going to be a lot of other things coming, but stay about your hustle, man. Keep yourself around positive people. You know, don't let anybody rain on your parade. And, you know, as you grow mentally, spiritually, physically, you'll realize that you're on a pretty lonely path, because very few people want to challenge themselves like that. And a lot of people, they'll do things that try to disrupt your momentum, and you guys got to let them go, man. If it hurts, you know, as far as if it hurts them emotionally, then hey, that's on them. All you're doing is trying to grow. I mean, if somebody is emotionally distraught because you're trying to better yourself, then that person's dangerous, you know, and you need to get as far away from them as possible. But yeah, Big Hurt 916. Make sure you guys go to the website, you know, pick up a book, holler at me about some mentoring, online coaching, and subscribe to the channel, share.